let's talk about real life examples, okay? And let's talk about making them as realistic as possible, and also let's make them tangible. Now, do you know what that means?
Tangible?
Tangible.
Something you can touch, something you can smell, hear, see.
Okay? And something you can feel.
Something you can feel.
Now, is insurance tangible?
No, not really.
No, right? What about this pen?
That's tangible.
This is
That
tangible,
was it.
right?
Mhm.
So definitely one of the methods on selling insurance is to actually make it tangible. I don't know if that makes sense to you right now.
How do you make insurance tangible?
How do you make it tangible, right? That's a good question, right? Now, let's say for example, insurance is more of an idea, protection you could say, okay? Obviously something that you can't touch, feel, or taste, okay? Don't try to taste the paper, okay? That's not the way it works. So now, making it tangible, the way, at least for the sake of my training and for the sake of this lecture, making it tangible means putting a customer in a real life scenario. Okay, using an example that the customer can use to envision a specific scenario at a specific time, okay, where they're gonna go through, let's say, loss of a financial loss or legal complications, or you know any type of loss you could say, physical or monetary you could say,
Mhm.
where they're gonna feel the pain.
Right.
Does it make sense?
Yes.
It's like, for example, let's say one of the, I guess one of the scenarios that we can use is how do you switch someone's mentality? Let's say you walk in as a customer and you're telling me, no, I'm not interested today. I just want a quote, but let's say you don't have insurance.
Okay.
So my job is going to be to use real life examples, okay, to make it tangible enough to switch your mentality from no, I'm not ready today to yes, I have no choice. For example, I'll ask you, do you have insurance?
No.
Okay. Have you gotten pulled over lately?
Yes. Just last week.
Just last week, did you get a ticket?
Yeah, for having a busted headlamp.
Okay, so fix a ticket. Did you have insurance?
No, I didn't.
Did you get a ticket for no insurance?
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did. Okay, so what are you doing? that would be most likely my approach. Okay, is you're telling me you're not ready today, but you just got a ticket. But in this situation, even if they tell you yes, I got a ticket, the way you're gonna make it tangible, first of all, you're gonna tell the customer, look, do you want to get pulled over again? Just for a second, just think about it. Let's say you get pulled over today. Matter of fact, you get pulled over today. You're gonna have to pay at least a good $700 for the other ticket. What if you have to pay another $1,000? Okay, especially because you got a second ticket within 30 days. And what if you get the same judge? Oh, they're gonna be very, very, very mean to you. Okay, and most likely you're gonna have to pay $1,000 on top of your $700. So what are you gonna tell yourself? Just for a second, just imagine you get pulled over, you get another ticket, you go to court, the judge tells you, what are you doing here? You again? You were just here last week, okay? Now, since it's a second offense, that's what they call it, okay? You're responsible for $1,000. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna come up with your $1,000? Do you have that money with you right now?
No.
And that's considering the fact that you're already gonna have to pay a $700 ticket. Do you wanna pay another $1,000?
Of course not.
But what if you have no choice? Are you gonna pay it?
No, I'm gonna have to.
You're gonna have to if you wanna keep your license, right?
Exactly.
So what are you gonna tell yourself, besides shame on you? You're gonna tell
Should've
yourself,
got some insurance.
I should have gotten some insurance. So what am I doing? I'm putting the customer, okay, in the process of actually going through the process of getting a second ticket, of thinking, you know what, he's right. What if I get pulled over again? What if I get another ticket? What if I go to the same judge? What if I'm responsible for $1,000? So psychologically, I'm planting a seed, okay? I'm giving them I'm convincing them on the idea, okay, that he may get pulled over again. And if he does, he's gonna get a ticket, and it's probably gonna be more than what his first ticket's gonna be. and I'm having them think, what am I gonna do if I actually get pulled over again? That's realistic.
Right.
So even though it's not a physical pain, but it's a thought that if he does, what is he gonna do? He's accepting the fact that he may get pulled over, and that's how you make it tangible. Let me give you a different type of situation. Let's say, for example, I ask you, have you gotten pulled over? And let's say your response is no, okay? And now the approach that I'll take, I'll make it tangible by telling you, look, you haven't gotten pulled over, right?
Right.
Okay, have you gotten a ticket?
Long
No,
time
right?
ago.
Long time ago, but not right now.
Not right now.
Okay, have you been involved in an accident?
No.
Okay, so no ticket, right? No
Right.
accident.
Right.
You've been driving for, let's say, 2 months without insurance, okay? So what does that mean? You've been cruising on luck, okay? You've been driving on Luck Avenue, okay? You could even, use a little bit of some sarcasm and some humor, okay? So that means you're lucky enough not to have encountered a ticket, which is gonna cost you $700, or an accident, right?
Right.
Can you predict the future?
Of course not.
So let's be realistic for a second. Not negative, let's be realistic. What if let's say you're telling me you're not ready to make a decision today, but you don't have insurance? Which it doesn't make sense to me, but let's say, for example, you leave without insurance today, okay? For 2 months you've been driving without insurance, nothing happened, okay? But all of a sudden today, okay, on Friday, okay, because it's a weekend and you know you're going out of town, you decide, you took the initiative to actually walk into an office to inquire about insurance. For 2 months, you didn't care about insurance at all. But today, you woke up on the other side of the bed and you said, look, I need to set up my priorities. I need to get some insurance.
Right.
Because I don't want to get a ticket. Okay? So today, you walk into an office. You're talking to me today. Okay? And you make a decision on leaving without insurance. For whatever reason it is. You decide that insurance is not your priority. That, you know what?
Expensive.
Too expensive, or whatever it is. Let's just make up a number. Let's say $60. That $60 is not worth you getting insurance today. You might as well use those $60 for the weekend. That's how you make your decision, okay? So what if I was to tell you, and just for a second, let's think about this realistic scenario. Let's just think about this. Let's just say you leave, you're on your way out of town, okay?
Right.
You're not driving too far, but only 100 miles from there, okay? Same state. Okay, let's say you have an accident. Just imagine, what freeway are you gonna take? What freeway do you plan on taking, by the way?
5 north.
5 north. So you're going up north, 5. Okay. Let's say passing, I don't know, going on your way to Fresno, for example. Let's say you hit a vehicle. Okay. Matter of fact, you hit a BMW, a 750 to top it off. Okay. We're talking of a $70,000 to $80,000 car. Why a BMW? You should have chosen a Corolla, okay, a Toyota, a Nissan. You hit a BMW 750, okay, it's not a bad accident, but just by the look of the damages, it's over $5,000. What are you gonna tell yourself? Because you have no insurance.
Right.
Because you made a decision that $60 was not worth it. Literally, you're going out of town, you're going on vacation on a weekend, okay? A couple of days off, okay? Matter of fact, you requested Monday off just so you could spend an extra day, with family up north, okay?
Right.
And then all of a sudden, you walk into this office before you leave, okay? And you decide not to get insurance. Why? Because you feel that $60 is not worth it. Once again, you're driving up north on the 5 freeway, heading towards Fresno. And out of nowhere, you hit a vehicle. To top it off, it's a BMW. It's a 750, $70,000 car, if not more. Damages are a little bit over $5,000. What are you gonna do?
Kick myself in the butt. That's one.
That's one. Number 2, what else are you gonna do? What are you gonna tell yourself? And you're telling me you're driving with your wife. What are you gonna tell your wife? Your wife's gonna tell you you didn't get insurance? So what are you doing in the morning? Wasn't that the plan? So you're gonna be in a very tough situation, right?
Definitely.
No. So that's technically making it tangible. Do you see the point? So and look how I'm being very descriptive about the story. I'm even telling you driving, on the 5 freeway, making it interesting. I'm creating a story. Why? Because I'm making it real. I'm making it tangible. I want you to envision you driving on the 5 freeway, going towards your destination, and bam, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a BMW. I'm making it as real as possible, and I'm adding urgency, okay? And I'm also adding value to the negatives by using a BMW 750. You're in trouble. So I planted the idea that if he leaves with insurance, okay, and he's involved in this type of scenario, he's gonna be in trouble. And I'm gonna convince you why? Because we don't predict the future. What if it doesn't happen? You're insured. What if it does happen? If you don't have insurance, you gotta pay everything out of pocket. So as a customer, psychologically, that's gonna be enough to put a lot of fear. So the customer is gonna start processing a lot of thoughts. What if it does happen? Maybe he's gonna start thinking of a let's say an experience that he had before, where maybe he almost hit a car. Maybe he almost hit any type of car, and he's gonna tell himself, you know what, he's right. It just takes a second to be involved in an accident. Maybe I should consider using those $60. And that's how you make it tangible, you make it realistic. You switch your mentality from, no, I'm not interested today, to yes, I have no choice, I gotta leave with insurance today. You're going out of town, or whatever the scenario is. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Do you get the whole concept of making it tangible by putting them in an actual real life scenario with negatives and consequences and losses, and you could add more stress, regret. There's so much realistic examples that you could use to convince the customer. At the end of the day, you're making the customer feel the frustration, the pain, okay, the losses, the legal and financial complications, okay, even issues with the spouse, because they didn't make the right decision. So eventually the customer is going to be convinced on reconsidering their initial decision, which was not to leave with insurance, by having to leave with insurance and not having an option technically. Any questions as far as this?
No, just be as descriptive as you can.
Be as descriptive as you can. Have fun, okay? It's storytelling in a way, okay? And not only are you gonna be entertaining, okay? Because you're creating an example that the customer is just it's like suspense. They're listening. They don't know what you're gonna say, and then as soon as you convince them, they're gonna say, you know what, he's right. But you made it so interesting and you made it so realistic that the customer is gonna consider it and they're gonna take it a little bit more serious. Make it real. Now, if you're vague or simple, then you're not gonna get your point across. Any questions as far as this?
No.
Or anything else you would want to add?
No.
Okay, perfect.